the Williams launch of their 2023 car. Now, I don't know if I'm going to get away with this or I'm going to get in trouble for this. I don't know. But here we are. I thought I would commentate over what we're seeing and what I think of their livery launch as it happens live. I'm super excited, actually, because Williams obviously are just part of the DNA of Formula One. So it's always a good thing when Williams are in another season and we're having another launch and things like that. How you doing, John? How you doing, Falcon? Hope you're well, guys. Hope you're well. So as you can see, we've got 14 minutes until the launch starts, which is 2 p.m. UK time. I don't know. I heard that I didn't see the Red Bull launch, but I hear it was super long-winded. Now, I hope this won't be, but something's telling me the launch won't be until like 2:30. So yeah, I'm going to do this with no volume on the video and stuff, just because I don't want to get into any trouble. But I thought this is better than people just watching it on their own, right? It's better than people just watching it on their own. You can get involved and you can have a chat about it while we're watching it together, because there's literally 2 or 3 seconds delay, right, between me getting it and sending it out to you guys. So you are seeing it basically as it happens. How you doing, John? Glad, how you doing? Lewis, good afternoon. Red Bull launch was kind of lackluster. Best part was the Ford announcement, which, of course, you'd know about the Ford stuff. Everyone should know about the Ford stuff, seeing as we first shared that in November last year. It seems everyone was asleep on that for months, and then it was big news. And we shared possibly what could be big news for the FIA this morning on the TSK F1 morning show. So if you didn't catch that, then do check it out after the launch stream. How you doing, Harry? Hope you're well. Slow Sports News, mate. Slow Sports News. We're all over it. We're all over it. We're all over it, TSK F1. He says, sitting in his PJs, looking at all the latest news and being like, oh, people will be interested in this. Logan Sargent there. It'll be interesting to see how he does. How do you think he will do? Actually, we'll do a poll. Let's do it. Let's do a poll before we start. Will Logan do better than Alex this season? Yes, no. Ask your community. Go. There you go. We're asking the community a question. Will Logan do better than Alex this season? Will he do better? How you doing? Well, is that actually Callum or is that Paris? How you doing, Pascal? Logan Sargent's an interesting one. He's got a bit of a CV. It's Paris. I thought it'd be Paris. He's got a bit of a CV, hasn't he? But it's not insane, right? It's not insane. Let me just get you the stats up on well, actually, it's not bad looking at this. Let's get the stats up on it. So karting, he won many series that I'm not going to list in karting, many series in karting, all the way up from 2009 to 2016, he bossed a lot of karting. Notable things for Logan Sargent in 2017 in the F4 British Championship, highly competitive championship, he came third. Let me just fact check that. That was the season, actually, Oscar Piastri came second that season, with Jamie Caroline winning the championship that season. He came third at the Macau Grand Prix in 2019, highly prestigious event. And in 2020, he was third in the FIA Formula 3 Championship for Prima Racing. And last season, fourth in the F2 Championship. So he has some pedigree of being a decent driver. Nothing crazy standout-ish, but probably deserves to be in and around Formula One. You'd probably say there are drivers ahead of him, though. You know, probably say that. I would say there are drivers ahead of him personally. No problem, Paris. Apparently, the NASCAR kickoff was a disaster yesterday too. At that quarter mile, I didn't see it. I didn't even see it. Didn't see it. I think Albon will beat him relatively easy. Yeah, I think Albon's underrated. Hey, Rich, got a feeling you're going to have a lot of airtime to fill. Good stuff. Well, it's all good. If there's one thing I can talk, it's Formula One. If there's one thing I could talk about, it's Formula One. So here I am. What you get yours into the chat as well, guys. You ask me stuff or give your opinions on things. Like, do we think we're going to get Gulf colours? I have got this concept art here. Look, this was a concept art because of the Gulf leak the other day, where it was leaked that they've got a sort of a principal sponsorship partnership with Gulf Oil. Wouldn't it be amazing if we see something like this line up on the grid this season, or something unveiled very, very shortly? I think that would be wicked. Or do we think we're going to see what has become the sort of traditional sort of blue colours that they've had for a few seasons? I know they've been blue, and you know, if you go way back to sort of Mansell days and stuff like that, they were blue and white and things, but they've had quite a distinctive blue colour. Now, actually, what I haven't noted, I'll just quickly go on Twitter. Now, they're calling it a season launch. They're not calling it a car or livery launch. I'm just having a quick look here to see. Well, they're saying the FW45 rollout, so we might be seeing the car. We might be seeing it. I don't know. Do we think we're going to see the car today? We'll get another poll. The poll on the will Logan do better than Alex this season? 20% of you said yes, but 80% said no. Let's do another quick poll then. Let's do another quick one. We've got 7 minutes. Do you think we will see the 2023 car today? Yes, no. Ask your community. There you go. Yeah, it'd be nice to see. It'd be nice. Be nice to see the actual car, wouldn't it? New poll in the chat for you guys. Yeah, I get why teams don't show their cars, because, you know, they want to keep everything close to the chest and everything, don't they? It was quite interesting last season that we saw elements of, well, both Ferrari and Mercedes, didn't we? We didn't see everything, but from memory, we saw the race side pod idea from Ferrari, but they changed the front and rear wings. And I seem to remember the Mercedes had the floor but big side pods on, and they had the race front wing but a standard sort of rear wing. They didn't have the zero pods on the reveal, did they? Because I think, didn't the zero pods come to the final test, or am I wrong? I seem to think they went to the first test with conventional side pods, right? Please do remember to smash a like on the stream and help us grow. Get involved in the chat, guys. The more you guys are involved in the chat, the more you guys hit that like button, then the more this channel will grow. And it's something that we put a lot of work into, so please do. It helps lots. I was hoping for a slight change to Red Bull, but the livery is exactly the same, minus a couple of sponsors from last year. Yeah, honestly, with Red Bull, I expected like a spec car. I didn't expect anything. They were one of the team. They are one of the teams, sorry, that roll out just standard stuff every year, aren't they? I really like the Haas as well. Yeah, I like the Haas. Yeah, I think they did. Yeah, B-Spec came, the final test for the Merc. Interestingly, there's one test at Bahrain this season, which is the 23rd to the 25th of February, which I'll be doing videos and updates on this channel on that. There's only one test pre-season this year in Bahrain, and then straight away the week after, we jump into the race season, which I'll be doing a watch along for. So, yeah, I've just realised the week after that, if they do another race, never mind. And of course, tomorrow we have another launch, which is the Alfa Romeo. Now, I don't know about seeing that live. But I'm going to be, I know it's tomorrow, so I'm going to look up if I can watch that live and bring that to you guys. Was totally wrong about Red Bull. I thought truly that they would do a complete different livery. Honestly, their brand is so strong, Pascal. Yeah, for me, I didn't see them doing a full new livery myself, just because the brand is so very strong, isn't it? With Red Bull. You know, it'd be changing a lot. How you doing, Keith? Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Just 3 3/4 minutes until we get to the launch, guys. You are looking at this. You guys are literally 3 seconds behind, so you will be seeing it as it's unveiled. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. This season, just so you know, the videos are going to continue on the run up to the season. I'm going to be getting out some sort of pre-season thoughts on the different teams, the new drivers, things like that. What I think the different teams are going to do. We'll be doing track previews. We'll be doing race weekend previews. We'll watch alongs, hopefully for every race weekend throughout the season. So what that entails is it's me chatting along with the race, all the live timing up on the screens and things like that for people who can't watch, or people who maybe watch on their own and want to chat while they're watching. Watch-alongs last season were super popular, so I'm hoping into the next season that we can continue to gain popularity. So please do smash that like button and subscribe in the bottom right-hand corner, and then you'll get a little notification whenever we're going live. And live every morning, 9 a.m, with the latest F1 news as well. And we've been first with quite a few different bits. The F1 manager change, the Ferrari boss change, we were miles ahead on that. We reported the Ford announcement last November, so we're miles ahead on that as well. And we named probably the new FIA chief this morning as well. I don't know if that's being reported elsewhere, but we did that this morning as well. Is there a possibility that we don't see the car today? Yes, there's a possibility we don't see the car today. They've said the FW45 rollout, so it's hard to say. We'll have a look. It'll be difficult as well because the cars will be converging, you know, on a design philosophy, won't they? Red Bull F1 car isn't the same colours of Red Bull standard cans, so there's so much potential for them to change it. Probably, Lewis, but I'm just saying the brand is so strong generally with what they do within Formula One, right? You know what it is immediately, and I suppose that's got its own strength, right? Red Bull is doing 3 different liveries though for the US races. But they're not going to change it for the entire season, though, are they? That's the thing. Yeah, I'm surprised anyone thought they'd massively change it. Anyone else expected to go down the zero sidepod route? You know what? Look, I'm fairly alone in this, I think, but I really want Mercedes to continue with the zero sidepod route, and then be fast as well, just to sort of show that wasn't the issue, but it probably was the issue. Now, the poll is saying 50-50 on whether we see the new car here. 30 seconds to go, guys. I just haven't got the volume on because basically it's presented by Will Buxton. No, not really. That's a contributing factor. Because I don't want to get done for copyright and stuff, and I don't know what music they're going to play or anything like that. But I thought this is better than you just sat there like that with your phone, like, when's it getting? You know what I mean? I thought it'd be more fun. We could have a chat. We can share our opinions on it. Please do smash that like button, guys, and subscribe down below if you are new here. Won't see the car, just mock up with livery. Well, we'll see, won't we? And there he is, Mr. Will Buxton, out onto the stage. What do we think of Buxton? What do we think with Buxton? I'll keep the we don't need to be offensive, but what do we think of Buxton? Yeah. We don't need to be prefix it with we don't need to be offensive. Get your vote in on the poll, guys. Do we think that we'll see the 2023 car today? We've got 56% yes at the moment. How you doing, Adam? Hope you're well. Hope you're well. Wait, are we seeing it immediately? Are we seeing it immediately? Or is this just a tease? Oh, we're seeing Gulf. We're seeing Gulf. Please be Gulf colours. This would be mint. There's old Alex. There's Logan. I don't know why I'm looking that way. I need to look that way. Oh, that's a new shape. That is a new shape on the front wing for sure. That is a different shape on the front wing. I feel almost certain. We're seeing Gulf all over it. We're seeing sim racing. Ooh, that's a touchy subject. Williams Esports. Jamie Chadwick. I think it's like blue, isn't it? It's the blue colours with Gulf all over it. And it's matte, isn't it? They were like a bold new beginning. Well, that's cool. It's good anyway that they've got that. They've got the partnership, and that is a good-looking Formula One car. That's a good-looking Formula One car. You know what? I'm saying that's a new shape. It isn't, is it? On the front wing, on the front nose, it's not a new shape. They already had the rounded thing. That's a good-looking car. We've still got the blues and things like that. I like how they didn't mess around. I like how they didn't mess around and the show does it. We'll keep watching because they'll be stood around the car, no doubt. I think that is a very, very, very pretty Formula One car. I'm not going to lie. They've gone now. They reverted, didn't they? They had more of a zero pod at one point last season, but they reverted to the down and in-wash side pods. I like how. I wonder if they've done that. I wonder if they've done that and shown it straight away on purpose because of what happened the other day with Red Bulls. They've just like, you know what, we'll show everyone it straight away. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly see if we can get some stills. We can. So give me a minute. Oh, crap. That ain't what I wanted to do. Oh, you buggers. Right, 1 minute. Let me just do this. There we go. There's some stills of it that we have there. And I can't click on it because it takes you to the stream. But that is a good-looking Formula One car, I think. I can't enlarge it, otherwise I would. And then we'll see if we can... These are just chatting away now, aren't they? I'm always right, Pascal. How many times Alex will dye his hair this year? Jamie Chadwick on screen now. There's another poll. Let's get this poll going. I love that Williams have just shown it immediately. Will we see Chadwick in F1 ever? Yes. No. Will we see Chadwick race in F1 ever? Question mark. There we go. There's another poll for you guys. There's another poll for you in the chat. It's a shame they didn't put some more Gulf colours on it. I agree. But it's all money, right? And it's good to see that they've got that sponsorship. To compete in Formula One, you need a car. This poll. Savages. Please do make sure you've hit that like button, guys, and also subscribe down in the bottom right-hand corner. It really helps with things on YouTube. Can see her doing FP1. The publicity will do them the world of good. I like it as well. I like it as well. Get your votes in on the poll, guys. It's anonymous, so don't worry. And the poll on the 2023 car was 50-50 in the end. I'll leave this on because no doubt I feel like we're going to see Sargent and Albon around the car. So we'll just stick with it for a little while. Like in 2022. What do you mean? Sorry? I can see them doing something like that, Keith. Yeah. I reckon you'll see her do a free practice potentially. But she's clearly a cut above her competitors, isn't she? She's doing I've forgotten what they call it now. Is it the NXT series? She's doing what was Indy Lights this season, isn't she? And that'll be a good opportunity for her to. If she's got the pace, it's a good place for her to go and increase her profile, get that experience. She's going to be racing some fast peeps over there, and in the US, they're definitely not against having female drivers either. So, will they loan her to Merck when Lewis gets the lurgy? No, Mick Schumacher would be in the car at Merck. And he'd be in the car at McLaren as well, wouldn't he? As we said the other day. But no, she's just a driver academy. I'm not even sure she's down as a reserve driver, is she? An official reserve driver. Williams Racing reserve drivers. Williams. Well, that didn't tell me what I wanted to know. I'm finding it now. Just give me a second. I don't even think she's down as an actual reserve driver. See, on this they've listed Danny Rick, and we know he's not. He's just a marketing guy. Oh, I don't even know. I can't find anything on their actual reserve drivers. Trying to find something. Williams, it says not applicable. So they don't have one. Though interestingly, this site is listing Danny Rick as the reserve driver. But it's my understanding Liam Lawson would get in front of him, which is interesting. Why do they use 10-foot tall stalls? Don't know. Aitken's the reserve driver. I don't think he is still the reserve driver. That's the thing. I don't think he is. Yeah, exactly. I don't think he is. I think he literally wasn't it Aitken the other day that announced he'd left? William, literally the other day. I'm sure it was Aitken. I'm sure the other day he announced he'd left. It was reported last week, but a proper goodbye to the team gave me my F1 debut seem right. We've had a lot of fun over the years at Williams Racing and did some pretty kick-ass stuff on track too. Yeah, so he's left Williams. So no, it's not Aitken. I didn't think it was. That was just a few days ago that was a thing. I forgot to report it on TSKF1. Logan Sargent there with his training camp in Portugal or something, wasn't it? Doing the work, the lad, as he lays down. I hope we see a resurgent Williams this season. I really, really do. It'd be fantastic to see. Remember as well, guys, that we have the Alfa Romeo launch tomorrow. I'm going to find details on that. Because I don't actually know when we're going to be able to see that. Yeah, I don't know. So I'll find out about that and how we can show that, because I'm hoping I'm going to be able to stream it in the same way. Uh, has he changed his hair again? I've just got envy. Would be good for Vals too. Yeah, yeah. If McLaren can go from back to front, yeah, but McLaren's was a different one. It McLaren's recent stuff was very different because they had that whole Honda thing. McLaren's was very different. Williams have been down there a fairly long time at this point, haven't they? Hopefully, Gulf are bringing in quite a lot of money, though. Hey, they've gone from, interestingly, they've gone from McLaren, haven't they, to Williams after dropping them at the end. And it's quite significant, the amount of Gulf sponsorship, isn't it? Over the car and the overalls and stuff. So it looks like a fairly large financial deal, but they don't have much on them, do they, the Williamses, sponsor-wise? Is there anyone who doesn't love Williams? Well, it's one of those, isn't it? If they won everything this season, everyone would love them. But then if they carried on winning everything, everyone would hate them. Everyone, you know what I mean? It's just the way it is. It's always that way. Everyone loves everyone until they start winning, then they hate them, you know? Everyone loves Seb Vettel, then everyone hated him, and then at the end of his career, everyone loved him again. You know? It's one of them. It's just nature, human nature for some reason, isn't it? I don't really get it, but it's the way people are. Yeah. So obviously, looking on the arm of him there, Albon bringing in some personal sponsorship there. Is that Monsoon Valley on his arm? He's got that on his helmet as well, but Sargent doesn't have it. I wonder what, if any, backing Sargent has, like financial. You know what I mean? We've got that big Duracell on them and Bell helmets and Gulf, but is it the first time they've been given full cash to go up to the budget? I've not heard that. Gled. That is the story at Haas, but I don't know. They might be talking about that now, but I've not heard that about Williams, honestly. It's the first season Haas can, but I would say that they can't still, but I don't know that. I don't know that. I do know that the owners were saying how they're less cash restricted as they used to be. Yeah, Haas got a full budget for this year, yeah, because of their new sponsor, MoneyGram. They're for the first time in their history, they've got a full budget. They've never had that before. So Haas could be way more competitive this season, or certainly into next season, right? Because they were saying when they got this MoneyGram sponsorship that they were good to go, sort of thing, this season. But there we have it, really. What was the poll again? Will we see Chadwick race in F1 ever? 76% of people saying no. No, Hulkenberg. Basically what's going to happen there is Hulkenberg will be in fourth place, or maybe up to third place, and then crash, right? Because he's never going to get a podium. But I'd love to see Williams do quite well this season. It'd be nice to have less of a distinct front to back, you know, in the grid, where, you know, if you've ever seen F1 in real life, it's very obvious. You have Red Bull, Ferrari, Mercedes, and then there's a clear gap to, like, a very clear gap to Alpine, McLaren, AlphaTauri, those kind of teams, and then another gap to your Haas's and your Williams. And it'd be good to see that close up somewhat this season. You know, like, and I'd say this if it was any team, and I've said it lots, I hope that the cost cap or the fine or whatever for Red Bull and the wind tunnel stuff brings them back a little bit, as Ferrari maybe speed up a little bit and Mercedes speed up a little bit. And then the rest of the teams hopefully are near their cost cap limit so that they can move up the grid as well, you know. Yeah, I'm not sure why the car isn't sat there behind them. It's a bit weird, isn't it? That's kind of what I was waiting for, Gled. I'm really, really surprised that the car isn't there behind them. It's a bit of a curious one. You'd have rolled it out and put that Williams Racing banner, like that thing, not his shin, but you know what I mean, the big banner. Put that behind the car and have it stood there. It's a bit weird that they haven't done that. I'm a bit wonder why. Someone's had a shocker. It wasn't renders, was it? It wasn't renders of the car. It was the actual car, wasn't it? Because I'm sure Sargent walked around in front of it. If Williams has no reserve driver, could Mick maybe be a reserve driver as Williams' Mercedes partner like Russell drove? Yeah, he could be. He could be Bash. He could be. He's definitely had his seat fitting at Mercedes and at McLaren, but I've not seen anything to do with Williams. But you know, it's not. It wouldn't be unheard of because Nick De Vries was reserve driver for like 4 teams last season. So, but I don't know. I don't know because Chadwick isn't down as reserve driver either, is she? So I think she literally is just down as an academy driver. Does she have the super license points? Does just Chadwick have the super license points? Does I know she gets the points for winning the W Series, but I don't know if she has enough for Chadwick, who has been an F1 development driver for Williams since 2020, earned 15 FIA super license points for winning the series title in 21. And she won it in 22, so she's got 30, but you need 40 for the super license, I think. So I don't think she has enough. I don't think she has enough. I think she's very close. And if they give her a free practice, I think if she got a free practice session, I think you get super license points. Well, you do. I think you get 10. I think you get 10. So we're seeing the car again. I like actually the roll hoop that they've done like a Duracell battery. Is that it? Is that it for the launch? Are we done? Are we done? I think we're done. I mean, I'm not mad at that. Let me just see if I can bring up this still. Oh crap, that's not it. I'll bring up, see if they've actually put stills on now. They haven't yet, but let me just bring that on for you. And then get rid of the audio, and we can see the car anyway. Here. They didn't have no more money to spend on the launch. Well, you know, I like that. That's what it is. That's what it should be. It's a launch. A few words from the drivers. If you're a Williams supporter, you want to hear a few words from the drivers. We get to see, we get to see the car. We get to see the drivers. Have a little chat with them, and it's what you want, isn't it? You know. I'm expecting Ferrari to be more drawn out. I'm expecting. Oh wait, did I miss the actual? Oh, so they're not actually showing it in this video, which is good. I think that's last year's car. I think it's last year's car, honestly, because it had those drop away and inward, downwash and inwash side pods at the end of the season. And it always had that rounded nose. Let's see if they post on Twitter? Have they put them on the website? No, that's just the golf thing. No. No. Blaming hell. I was hoping that they would, but why are they not putting up a picture of the car? Oh, they're uploading, but it's a render, isn't it? It's a render. No, is it? Look rendery there. That looks rendery. There you go. Oh, crap. Pause button. Be quicker, Goodwin. There you go. That's it. That's it. I think. Well, let's. I can do a side by side. Williams 2022 car. Let me images. What was the last race? Abu Dhabi, 2022. That's a tiny picture. That's a bit better. Okay, and so you've got that there. Look, you've got that there, and then I'm looking now, and I'll show you. Just 1 minute. I'm looking now. To me, it is last year's car. We're seeing the fins on the engine cover are slightly different, the louvers or whatever they call them. But that's just a cooling thing. It's not actually about this year's car. But there's this year's livery, and there's that. See if I can do it side by side for you. Oh, not really, because it's bloody thinged. But the side pod looks largely the same there. Slope down, you've got that downwash, inwash thing, and the floor comes up there as well. I think this is last year's car we're seeing with the new livery on. I don't think we're seeing anything new here. The front, we've got this indentation here that you can see at the bottom of the side pod, and it's got exactly the same there. So I don't think we're seeing anything new here. We've got the rear brace that we're seeing exactly the same. So I'm 99.9% sure we're not seeing anything new here, but we are seeing the new livery, which is lovely. I do like the new livery. I like the F1 cars in the matte look, honestly. I do like that. Is there anything further along? No, I like that. But the one I just compared against was last season's. I don't think it's a render, mate. No, because we did see Sargent stood in front of it. I don't think it's a render. I think it's last year's car. Actually, that's a good shout, by the way. You've just said about that. Let me see if I can get a picture of the roll hoop. Yeah, that's last year's car because the regulations have changed on the roll hoop. And while it may not change shape, it's exactly the same shape as last year's, but the regulation has changed on the roll hoop as a direct result of Joe's crash at Silverstone. I don't think it'll be visually too different, but it is exactly the same. Now I'm looking at them side by side there. I know you guys aren't seeing it, but yeah, we're just seeing the livery there, which isn't a bad thing. I'm not mad at that. But it'll be interesting to see as we go into testing what we do see. Now, I'm going to be looking at doing potentially multiple videos a day on the testing when that comes around, guys. So please do make sure you subscribe down below and smash the like on the stream, because as the season kicks off, I'm going to be pumping out as much content to keep you up to date as I possibly can, along with the watch-alongs on the race weekends. And I'm seriously considering doing free practice watch-alongs as well. So do let me know if you fancy watching those. But there we have it. There we have it. Let me do another quick poll, just really, really quickly. There we go. Cheeky little poll. Do you like the new livery? That simple. But I'm certain that's last year's car. I don't think we're seeing anything new there at all. After a quick, to my untrained eye, it's very possible someone more intelligent than me has seen something. I'm just having another quick look at something. Yeah, because I think it's this season the wing mirrors have got to change as well, right? They've got a bigger surface area, and they are last season's wing mirrors. So yeah, it's last year's car. A firm on last year's car. 100% yes on the do you like the new livery? Well, there we go, guys. There we go. That's the Williams launch. Thank you so much for joining me. Please do make sure you've smashed a like on the stream and you are subscribed down below. I'll be live at 9 a.m. in the morning with the latest F1 news, and I'm gonna check on the Alfa Romeo launch. So you might get a little notification about going live with the Alfa Romeo launch as well tomorrow. I hopefully will be live for that, as long as I can find some live coverage. If not, I'll be bringing you images immediately as soon as I can. No, not really, Keith. Not really. We've seen new stuff. Like I was saying prior to this, some of the McLaren, like you can see bits of it. Some of the McLaren last season was the test car. Big parts of the Mercedes were the car that went to first testing. Yeah. So yeah, you do and can see stuff before the season start at these. But anyway, I'll be live at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning, guys. And do make sure you're keeping an eye out on the channel, because I'm going to be bringing you content as soon as I can. All right, guys. Thanks a lot, and I will see you very soon. Cheers.